Hello, everybody. Today we have a special guest. Our dear Elsa is with us. And today it is our last show of the year. It's an incredible year. When we look back, it's a short year because the other day we were talking about the events of 2023, and now we are talking about wrapping up 2023. So it is a wonderful year full of challenge for everyone. And our topic today is New Year, New Me. So we will focus our study today on the chapter number 17 of the Gospel according to Spiritism, which is Be Perfect. So this is it for my introduction. So good afternoon for you, my dear Elsa. How are you?
Yes, Steve. It's a real pleasure to be here once again. This morning I was watching Charles talking about the Spiritist magazine or the Revue Spirit, and that was wonderful. I said to myself, wow, that we are at the end of the year, but not the end of life. So every year is a station of our, uh, okay, many reincarnations. And it's a pleasure to be here with Charles and you. And we wish to all that you are with us now reflections for good, the way you want to be, but the step by step we will use our moral teachings by Jesus, teaching us every day in our family, in our behavior, the way that we are supporting others, helping others. That is reflections of our inner self. Thank you.
Good, good. Bonsoir, Charles.
Bonsoir Steven, bonsoir Elsa, bonsoir, bonjour, bonsoir everyone. Very happy to be here again today, last Wednesday of the year 2023. Soon will come 2024. We really now have to wake up, to stand up, and to make the things happen on ourselves first. So it's really a good opportunity to think what can we do? What still do we have to work on ourselves to become better and to participate in the best possible way to this transition to a better world, which is so-called world of regeneration. Thanks a lot for being here. Thanks a lot for having me.
Good, good, good. Okay, so the focus today it is about the new year. I would say by tradition, we always say, "Oh, new year, new me. Next year, everything's gonna be okay." Uh, and it's not an impression that we just because we are changing the year, everything's gonna change. Yes, we are changing the year, but we will still have the same problems. We still have the same good things. Nothing gonna change if you not change yourself. And when you change yourself, doesn't matter if you're changing the year, changing the month, changing the day, or change, everything is gonna change. So the change it is in ourselves. Then the change it is outside of ourselves. And Kardec wrote codified in the chapter 17 what I need to change in myself in order to change everything it's surrounding me. It is we need to be a good spiritist. I need to be a good person. And what are those values we need to change. And this is our focus today. Charles, would like to give any introduction here?
Yes, it's interesting you talk about change. Huh? A lot of people have resistance to change. Huh? I think myself as well sometimes. Huh? We are
Mhm.
always reluctant. Will it be better? Is it secure? Is it this? Is it that? But when you think about if we don't change, we don't become better. If you want to become better than what we are today, if tomorrow we want to be better than today, we have to change. Huh? So we
Mm.
really have to face the change as something positive. Now, of course, we change to for what, to where, and this is exactly how to say one of the big uh, added values that Kardec brought in the Spiritist by codifying the Spiritist body of knowledge. It is uh, not to stay purely on the psychic phenomenon, as Heidsville happened, the raps, the communications, levitations, materializations, and whatsoever. He immediately drew the philosophical and also ethical and moral consequences. He immediately came asking the spirits, of course, which was something which we was thinking about his whole life, because he was somehow prepared to one day do this codification. And he was immediately asking to the spirits, okay, what shall we do to become better? And this is what he put in the first book he wrote, the Spirits book. There is 4 books in the book, book first, book second, book third, and book fourth. And the book third is about the moral laws or divine laws or natural laws. Okay. And in these divine laws, there is one that you have the law of liberty, you have the law of conservation, law of destruction, law of society, law of work, and so on. I think we developed a lot all these moral laws already in our spiritual light emissions. And there is one which is really the most important one, which is the last one he is listing in the book, which is the law of justice, love, and charity. And why is this one the most important one? Because basically it resumes, it's a kind of a summary of all the others.
Mhm.
And interestingly, when you listen to the teacher of Divaldo, sometimes he's saying, the gospel, the Bible is a very thick book with very small, not the one according to Spiritism, the one the Gospels from 2,000 years ago. Very thin paper and very small letters. A lot of pages. So I must admit that I never read it from the beginning to the end. Never. But Divaldo is saying, look, it's very simple. You can summarize the book in one word, which is love.
That's it. That's it. My dear Elsa, any introduction?
Oh, yes. When you said inside or outside our changing, our changes, of course, is inside us. Everything outside us can be an insight for us to think, to reflect, and to change ourselves. If you want to have a better place to live, first of all, we should be a good person, a person that is really there for you, there for the society, is there for the community, is there for everything. Because when we are helping others, think in others, as Charlie said, the word love summarize everything. When we think about others, we are forgetting for moments our inner problems, and we are keeping energy to help ourselves, to help our inner problems, because there is no one in the world that is without problems, without challenges, without difficulties. And difficulties, challenges, problems are there for helping us to evolve. When we overcome our own problems, that means we are evolving. And we need to evolve in order to reincarnate again in a different moment, and will be better moment for our life. Every moment is a better moment for our life, for our evolution. So we are here really to learn. No one is wise. That's no way to learn something. And no one is ignorant that they are not teaching something. We are exchanging energy, ideas, and behavior with others. Because nowadays we have these people in our media that they are called influencers. No?
Mhm.
But we have to see that Jesus is the best influencer in the world. His example, his life, his way to teach, his way to conduct his teachings in the mountain or in the small boat inside the sea. He was always teaching us, and he was the first one do things, do lives without internet, and people 200 200 meters was listening Jesus. The channel was the wind, the channel was the light, né? Linking all the peoples. So that have the link, send the link to me now, Steve, and you send Stevan, and you send the link to me. But Jesus was sending the link of love to teach everyone, to link everyone with his heart. So we are here really to follow this good influence in the world, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. 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 And also, I want to say good night to Marco Davis. Also here to Leonardo Bacarin Pedro, who is with us. Our dear Vanessa Anceloni. So many others. And also, if you have any questions, please write in the comment box your questions, so and we can talk about. Otherwise, you will see us talking here, non-stop talking. But write your questions here. And I when we talk about Jesus, we are saying here not Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ is the Jesus of religions. We're talking about here Jesus of Nazareth. This is Jesus of Nazareth. It is the person who had his life, his teachings, wrote by the others through the Gospel of John, Gospel of Matthew, Gospel of a lot of people. No, so and we are talking about this historical person here, Jesus of Nazareth, who gave us a lot of insights. Insights such as, if you go to chapter 17, and uh, the spirit who is commented here in this section, which is no, it is Kardec saying, "What does this perfection consist of?" Jesus said, "In loving one enemies, in doing good to those who hate us, in praying for those who persecute us." This is the person we're talking about here, who is pointing us to the right direction, and also giving us the route we should follow. Contrary, it is contrary everything, like when we have an enemy, when we have someone who is persecuting us, our first reaction here is annihilate that person, get rid of that person, or go away from that person. And he is telling us, no, if someone is persecuting you, if someone is hating you, love that person. And at least here in Ireland, yesterday was the St. Stephen Day. So Stephen, it is the best person here. He loved the one who command to stone him. You don't want to follow Jesus because it's too much for you. No problem. Use Stephen, his teachings. A good book to read is Paul and Stephen, psychographed by Chico Xavier, dictated by the Spirit Emmanuel.
I think it's Paul and Stefan, isn't it?
Paul and Stephen, yes.
And
Paul and
it exists in English. Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. So
Very
read
good
that
book.
book. The words he's saying before he's dying, and his words put Saulo in jeopardy, in questioning himself. Why? Hey, I ordered to kill this person, to stone this person. Here he's loving me. He's hugging me. He's thanking me. Why? So this was annoying him. But thank for this action from Stephen. We had Paul of Tarsus. Otherwise, we won't have it. I don't know, but it's going to be more difficult to have it.
Stevan, Charles, I I will say something that is, of course, has lots to inside this life. A few days ago, it's my example, okay? My example. A few days ago, someone called me and asked me to help some person that they were tired. The parents were tired because the son, the elderly son, was in drugs, addicted to drugs, and for the so many times come and go inside the clinics. They spend a lot of money with this son, this young person, and they said, "We are tired. We don't want to see this our son anymore. He's in the street. He stay there." So I offer them to be a channel or a bridge between them and a place in the country here in near in Paraná that is an evangelical farm, only helping men, no, not women, but men in addicted to drugs or in deep depression. I said, Pastor, and said the name of the pastor is my friend, so he can help you better than other clinics because there are no treatment with chemicals, only labor therapy. The people can work all day long. They can sing in the morning, pray in the middle day, pray in the afternoon, and pray before going to bed. They have bands that is in worship to God. So they learn the Bible and pray together. So I saw two cases that the people that went there, they are really in good situation now. Return to their families, to their children, to their kids, etc. And this person said to me, "Oh no, 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 no! We want to put our son in contact with the religion." I said, "Oh my God, religion! You already went to different parts, clinics, hospitals, psychiatric. So it's you are more or less than 20 years dealing with this situation. Your son is adult, and religion is not a cabresto. You don't need to change your life, but at least your son will recover his sanity and be free from drugs. And the pastor said, I will be here, Elsa, don't you worry. One day, when they need, we will be there for them. No problem at all. But Jesus is the main source for recovering our mental and spiritual good state, for living a better life. So we can see that still in our days, there are people that don't know Jesus, don't know his teachings, don't want to know how to be a good person. That is this chapter 17 from the Gospel. In the same chapter, we have in Spirit's book, The Good Person. And we see the importance to open our minds. You don't need to change your religion, but at least learn how to understand Jesus' teaching. That is in a philosophical way, in scientific way, in moral teachings, are universal teachings, are psychological teachings. If I use this teaching, love one another, love, the first word that change our lives. If you put our attention in this, we will be saved from depression, we'll be saved from, we will understand other people's, we don't be a gossiper or gossip person. So a lot of things comes from the teachings of Jesus' teachings. Why we are so hard toward these teachings? Because we cannot call Spiritism our religion, but Spiritism is teaching us every day how to be a good person, how to understand other problems, our inner problems, how to understand our family. If we are separated inside the families, we will understand why we have people inside our family that almost hate, and we love people outside of our family. How we can understand and change the situation. Am I saying something that is not clear?
No, 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 perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, because we needed to be humble. When the person didn't accept this information that there is a country farm, a special place, an evangelical place, but they use a lot of louvor, né? Worship. They sing a lot. They do labotherapy. They start to understand each other. They open their hearts. They can talk about their problems because everyone are in the same boat there in the family. No, 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 not with the religious. I say, okay, you can try many times as you want, but the place is still there for you. The only thing that the pastor, my friend, said to me, we talking about why people are so reluctant to understand the importance. To be a good person, there is a narrow door to be a good person, but it's the door that we really want to go through. We need it to do. Otherwise, né? We can many years, né, in the years to come, to live in this afflictions situation. But one day, with humbleness, people will understand that Jesus' teachings is not I don't know the word in English, cabresto, something that you put here, you put it here,
A
and
lead with lead.
with the lead. No, you are free to do what you want to do. The consequences, of course, will be related accordingly what our action.
Yes,
Yeah.
Elsa, I think you are fully right. And what's important to add on this, as you just said that in the last part of your speech, is Kardec was asking to the spirits, okay, what is good, what is evil, what should we do? Can you teach us a new moral? They answered, no. You have received the teaching since a long time. And not only in the gospel is one example. Jesus is one model. Look, is there a guide or model? Look to Jesus. This is question 625 of the Spirit's book. But it's an example because God did not leave any population, any culture, anywhere in the world without receiving the same teachings. And what Kardec made really in this Gospel according to the Spirit is when you read the first section, the first paragraph, it is saying that in the Gospel you have 5 parts. You have the events in the life of Christ, which are discussable because one say he was there, the other say it was in another place, or there are some gaps or whatever. Then the miracles, okay, can be discussed as well. Then the prophecies can be discussed as well. You have the words taken by the church on which they base their dogmas. This is even higher discussable. And there is a fifth part, which is the moral teachings. And this one, no one is discussing. These moral teachings, good and evil, everyone can accept them. And Kardec is even writing that these moral teachings is the common ground where all cults, all religions may be united. You see, for instance, today we have a conflict between Jewish and Muslims, isn't it? So, of course, we can come with the teachings of Jesus, but we can go in the same way with the same teachings about love, about non-violence, about whatever, coming from the Torah or coming from the Quran. Because it is these moral laws are universal. Everywhere, whatever religion you go, you find them. And this is exactly the ground where the Spiritist body of knowledge has developed. So it's totally open to any type of religion. It does not ask anyone to change the religion. The attitude of the pastor you mentioned, Elsa, to help this young boy is absolutely a good model. This is what should be done everywhere. I was today also in the church because it was the funeral of a neighbor of us who died 4 months before reaching 100 years old. And of course, when you hear all these things, no, there is no salvation out of the Roman Church, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I understand the reluctance about religion, Elsa, but we really have to say, no, good is good, evil is evil. It does not depend on the religion. The religion is only, how to say, and even the Spiritist body of knowledge is only a tool for what? To become a better person, to understand what is good, what is evil, to understand what we should do and what we should not do, to understand the things like selfishness and pride, which are preventing us for evolution towards the happiness, and developing the opposite values, which are to be humble and charitable. And these are really the virtues which will put us in synchrony with the natural law and which allow us to change to become a better person. And another thing which is important to say, I cannot change Stevan or I cannot change Elsa. Only Stevan can change Stevan, Elsa can change Elsa, and I can only change myself. I can give advices, I can give teachings, I can give a lot of things, but the decision to change or not to change belongs to everyone. It's not something that you can buy. A lot of people spend a lot of money to see people, mediums, whatever. It's totally useless. It doesn't cost anything, or maybe just cost of a book, or even you get them for free on the internet right now. So it's just an effort which we need to do ourselves in order to become a better person. And for this, we get repeated and repeated and repeated the same teachings along the millenniums. You can find them in the Vedas, which are even older than the Jewish. You can find them in the Torah. You can find them in the Gospel. You can find them in the Quran. You can find them again in the Spiritist body of knowledge in a form confirming and showing them in front of common sense and reason. No more teach mandatorily. Encouraging autonomy, isn't it, Stevan? This is then at the end motivating us to become better person. And there is no other purpose on the Spiritist body of knowledge to encourage each of us to become a better person. The good Spiritists can be recognized by the efforts they do to dominate or to reduce their bad tendencies. And this is because if you wait to see perfect persons, you will not find them. On perfection is only
Yeah.
God. Here, the chapter is clearly saying perfection. We will never reach the infinite perfection, the absolute perfection. We can only reach a relative perfection, and this is what it is about. And this is the example given by Jesus, but not only by Jesus, given by Gandhi, given by so many people, by Chico Xavier in Brazil, for instance, by so many people who gave us these outstanding examples. So let's try let's stand up and follow try to follow the path and to follow the advices they gave us. It will be good for us. It will be good for everyone.
Yeah, and just complement what you were saying, Charles. In this chapter 17, uh, the Spirit saying, the essence of perfection is charity, because it implies the practice of all other virtues.
Exactly. And this is what is in these moral teachings from the gospel outstanding. It's very simple. What is the referential of charity? Do unto the others what you would like the others to do unto you, even if they don't do, of course. So the referential for what you shall do to the others is what you would like someone to do for you. You would like someone to help you when you are in need, of course. So please go and help the ones which are in need. You will be helped in return. And it is very, very simple and very clear criteria of what, because a lot of people are asking, yes, love, love, love. It's a word that we use here, there, in a lot of different shape. But what is it about? And here we have some very clear hints. The good person to accomplish this law of charity. Charity being benevolence, indulgence, and forgiveness. It's not just to throw a coin to a poor person. It's to be benevolent, to want to want the best for him, to try to talk to him, to bring him some how to say words that can help him, giving hope, encouraging him maybe to stand up and to change or whatever. Indulgence, of course, nobody is perfect. So how can we live together and do something together if you have no indulgence? And the forgiveness is the same. We are not perfect, so we do something wrong things. So if we don't forgive one to the others, we first will not be forgiven because we do also wrong things, even sometimes without willing, without knowing to other persons. So these are really key attitudes if we want to better the world. If we would, let's take it, do unto the others what you would like the other to do unto you. If the Jewish would think like this and the Palestinians would think like this, the guerre would stop tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, today. Correct or not correct?
Yeah, you're
There
right.
is no better
All the wars,
demonstration than that.
all the wars.
Everything, all the conflicts, it's terrible what you can hear and what you can see around the world. And the criteria is very simple. Once we accept to do it, we understand, and we do our efforts to do it, the thing will completely change. And of course, one big motivation for this is the spiritual paradigm, to know that we have a soul, that the life is not only from the birth to the death, it's existing before and continuing after, and that what is important is the eternal life, which is spiritual and not material. All what is material, I have seen it today with the funeral of my neighbor, which was a very good friend. Everything which is material stays here. He went not even with a physical body. So that is what we have to think about every day, and cultivate, make these values in ourselves that we will keep with us at any moment, cultivate them and make them grow.
Charles, you said before about pride and selfishness. Of course, these are two really nasty vicissitude that we have, but still we have. Okay, it's part of the world. And I was thinking about friends. The percentage of depression in the world is really high, higher than the other years. Depression, depression, depression. Depression links to suicide or the other things. And one good thing that people do end of the year, especially Christmas time, is to help an orphanage, to help poor, to help the situations, yeah? Or go to the nursing homes or prisons and visit people there, or biscuits or whatever. And this change the person that is in deep depression. When the family really only do chemicals, medication, etc., of course, helps a lot. But if you remember the Mansion of the Way, Mansão, Casa do Caminho, né? The House of the Way, they founded by the apostle of Jesus after his dying, his death. So they receive a lot of people in depression, people with illness, with leprosy, etc. And the ones that are helping them, even with depression, they cure themselves. And we can still do these things in our days. Really, helping others is the cure of people under depression. Medicine is good because helping the neurons, etc., to recover their sanity, etc. But helping others, put your inner problems aside and you focus in the other person or the institution or the Christmas for children or what Stevan did with the children in Africa. That was good, motivate other people's help. They know where their helping are going. So this motivated the person that are helping to breathe freely, to see that what they are doing is what Jesus said. Help one another, love one another. This is not only religion. This is a psychology for our own recovering our sanity, our inner problem can be really tiny when we are helping others.
Yeah.
That is one rule for us. And Jesus gave this rule for us that we still should put in practice nowadays. But when people say, no, you are telling things that is religious things, they go far from us. Not only in Brazil that this happens, actually 2 weeks ago, but we can see these kind of things in Europe as well. It's too many names in Jesus here. This book is not for me. But and there was a shock when this happens with me. That is good that accordingly my life developing, I'm learning things and living kind of experiences that I can say from my own um, life. Can you? Okay, I said too much now.
Yeah. So uh, also Maria Bernadette May said, "Dear Elsa, I'm sure this story has given hope to many people who are listening. Thank you, friends." Yeah. Well, uh, I would say what we are saying here does make sense. However, when we are putting this in practice, we have a lot of barriers. People who are not open to listen, people who doesn't understand our viewpoint, and this cause a lot of noise in the communication between one another. Uh, what we needed to do in order to try to give you this message, make this message clear to everyone, why we needed to, what we needed to work in order to spread this message, like for the people in in Gaza, in Israel, how to express this.
There is, sorry, you did
No,
not.
that's it. That's it. That
Okay. There is one question in the spirits books that I like much. It's the question 932. And this question is asking, why are the wicked person so often having the power over the good persons? It's a very interesting question, because still when we look around us today, who are our leaders? Who are the... uh, are they really the best ones? No, we can see immediately you have a lot of corruption, you have a lot of inducing wars, for instance, and or make with some calculations like I have to entertain the world because it will maintain me in my power. Things which are terrible when you listen to those things. But it's still the reality of today. Look to the answer of the spirits. Because the good are not assertive, the wicked are scheming and daring, whereas the good are timid. The moment they want to, the latter will prevail. So, if we are, what shall we do? We shall be a little bit more audacious. This does not mean violent. No, never any violence, even not verbal violence. But we have to raise the voice. We have to stand up. We have to, how to say, disseminate. More or less what we are trying to do here. Bring this, transmit these teachings, because the teachings, all what I'm saying here, does not come from me. I just read from the Spirit's book, whatever. I'm just transmitting these outstanding teachings that helped me personally so much to become a little bit a better person. Also, Elsa talked about these teachings giving us more strength, coping, more stress resistance or depression resistance, whatever you may call it. Of course, if you have something secure, you can come back, you can firmly have to stay firm with some so good teachings which are so nice and so logical, so full of common sense, and absolutely neutral from any dogmatic religion, any influence group or whatever. It can only give you a huge strength to ally the reason, observing the phenomenon and seeing all these wonderful teachings which are coming out of the phenomenon and which are totally compliant with the moral laws that have been taught by all the religions around the world. So it's really something very, very strong. So this is what we have to disseminate. Of course, religion has lost a lot of influence along, particularly this last time. But interestingly, when you look to the statistics, for instance, the countries with where the people are more religious, means without religions, is Japan, and amongst them, Japan and China. And interestingly, in both is where the people believe, have a higher rate to believe in the existence and the survival of the soul. So you see, religion has already been, how to say, if they don't want to change, if they want to keep this dogma and these attitudes of exclusivism and so on, they may disappear. But the teachings, the moral laws, this will not disappear. Why? Because they are in the law of nature. And all what is in the law of nature will never disappear. And this is really what we have to disseminate, to take position in all these social questionings like here in France is assisted suicide and euthanasia and those things. We have also to explain the arguments without condemning anyone. For instance, questions like abortions, drugs, and so on. But bringing the teachings, bringing the arguments, giving food for thought to the persons, and the one which are ready to listen and to understand, they will understand. And like you, Elsa, just got the feedback. What you just have said will help so many people. Kardec got the same type of feedback. Huh? He got the feedback. Look, I was about to kill myself because I did not more have the will to live. I found the Spirit's book, I read it, and now I completely changed. So, how many times he received this feedback? The examples that of the strength given by this body of knowledge, by investigating a little bit more these natural laws, principally the one which are governing the spiritual world.
Great. Good.
Look, I read right now one paragraph, this book translated by Janet Duncan, okay, the Gospel according to Spiritism, the Good Person, chapter 17, Be Perfect. Only a phrase, okay, a paragraph. Good people study their own imperfections and work incessantly to combat them, using all their strength, so that tomorrow they will be able to say they are just a little better than they were the day before. Ela está esperando aqui. Vem cá. Oi, Lia.
Hi.
Bianca, dá um oi.
Hello.
Hello.
Vou cantar para você. Oi, meu amor, my love, my little love. I love you. It is nice to have you here. Last event of the world. Aqui, ó. Ai, linda. Tá linda, Bianca. Isso.
Where's Bianca?
So that's it. So it's time now. We see the world changing. We see the crisis increasing here and there. So many things, slavery, traffic of children, what are so many things which are terrible. So it's really now that we have to stay firm because we are in the middle of the storm, in the middle of the crisis of this transition. Jesus told always the scandals must happen, and this is this is what is waking up our consciences to stay. Basta. Now it's enough. Let's stop with those things. Let's really raise our voice, have the courage and the to be more audacious, as we just read from the Spirit's book, for the good. And of course, one fundamental thing is also not the thing is not do what I say, but don't do what I do. It's the opposite. We shall really lead by example, by trying to do the best, not to be perfect, of course, by really helping when we can help, and analyzing ourselves, take some critics which are sometimes coming and see what we can draw from them as good teachings to improve ourselves, to improve this self-knowledge. And this is what little by little will enable us to grow, to raise these stairs or these ladders towards the evolution.
Yeah. And I'd like to, first of all, Danny is with us, Elsa. So good night, Danny. Hope to see you are watching us. It's very good. Also, our friend Ruben de los Santos in Uruguay. Thank you so much. And Charles, Marco Davis is talking about Madame Delphine de Girardin.
Mhm.
About she's a good example of what we are talking about here. So um, perhaps
Yeah,
you.
yes. So she was together with Victor Hugo in Jersey at the beginning, even before the Spirits book. And Victor Hugo is another example. So he did never really fully 100%, but of course, the fact to see the phenomenon and to be even in some literature he wrote, when he lost his daughter into an accident of let's say un barco. What's the name in
Drop.
English?
Ship,
A
ship.
small ship, yes, and his daughter died. But the poetry he wrote sometime after is, I know that you are waiting for me. I know that you are here. So you see, Victor Hugo, how this helped him for the mooring, how this helped him, even giving this good example, because he was a very well known, of course, one of the highest, how to say, most famous writer in France, disseminating these ideas to a lot of people. So, of course, you have some who say, yeah, it was a weakness from him, but some others are saying, no, he was right. And that is was exactly. So, thank you, Marco, to bring this example of Delphine de Girardin back to us.
Good, good. And I just want to wrap up us here. I just want to say one read again the chapter 17. What Kardec wrote here. Spiritism does not institute any new morals. It only makes it easier for everyone to understand and practice Christ's morals by giving an unshakable and enlightened faith to those who are in doubt or who waver.
Yes.
Exactly.
I would say this is the message for the upcoming year. You know, you don't need to change your religion. You don't do not anything. Just try. If everything you have done so far, nothing has changed, let's follow the example as I give to us. Try something different. Why not? Why
Exactly.
not?
But pride and selfishness prevent people to do that, to
Yes.
change.
And this pride and selfishness are encouraged by the materialistic point of view.
Yeah.
But sooner or later, we will go back to the spiritual world. So, this is
But,
what we have to
but
bear in mind to live our life today fully for preparing in the best possible way that our spirits, when he's leaving our physical body, brings all these betterments, all these add ons with him, and to how to say, uh, in the spiritual world for the next step to come back and to go one step further. This is
Mm.
how we will all go to happiness. And let's not be, how to say, um, too pessimistic with all these bad things we see. From time to time, I see sometimes we really discover things which are incredible that we did not even believe that it would possible, that it would be possible or that it would exist. Of course, today the medias are really showing terrible things. These terrible things, of course, happen, but even if they impress, let's stay with this trust in God, the trust in the natural laws which are here, and the trust also in the humanity, because clearly now we know that without charity there is no salvation. I would even add without charity, abnegation, fraternity, there will be hardly a future, a sustainable future for the humanity. So for sure, we will get there. And has really to be our key message for today. Let's do the best we can in this way.
Wonderful, Charles. Thank you.
Wonderful. Beautiful. Beautiful. And dear Elsa, anytime you can, my dear, you're more than welcome to join us.
For
It
sure.
was amazing to have you here today with us.
Thank you very much, Stevan. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Bernadette. Thank you, everyone that are joining us now or later. Please spread the word because we need to say to our brothers and sisters, love one another. But more than that, practice this love. Practice the love with conscience that we are having the freedom, but not that thing, the chain to materialism that is putting us deep in problems. But we are able to be free or not, according to our own conscience, our inner will, our own will, our free will. Thank you all. Thank you, Stevan. Thank you, little Leah. Thank you very
Yeah, she
much.
has something for you, my dear. She wrote to you here.
Oh, that is me. Thank you, do sweetheart. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, all dear friends. So next year we will be together once again. God bless you all.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I wish you all a happy new year.
And we will
And
be on 7th of January.
yeah, I can't do, let me try to put it here. The announcements.
2024 is the year of Camille Flammarion, once a month in English, with different speakers from United States, Brazil, France, UK, and etc. I
Yeah.
hope you go there.
Let me put it here. Okay. So this is yeah. So as we said, next year these 12 wonderful, brave people will talk about Camille Flammarion throughout the year, one by each month, at always the beginning of the month, probably first or second Sunday of the month. They will give this talk. And the first one will be Charles on the 7th of January. And he will give a biography and the speech Camille Flammarion gave at the Kardec's funeral. So can't wait to see it. So thank you, Charles, and thank you all the friends who are doing this effort here. Okay. So
Thank you.
once again, thank you all. Thank you for being here with us today. I would say from our family to your family, thank you. Wish you a happy end of the year. And I hope the words today somehow make a difference for your new decisions for the next year.
Yes, good.
Okay?
Happy New Year!
Say Happy New Year.
Bonne et heureuse année!
Stephanie, Tris.
Stephanie is in her friend's house having dinner.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay?
See you.
Eu quero falar uma coisa pra...
Say.
Where's Bianca?
She wants to know where's Bianca.
Eating now.
She
She's
doesn't want
there.
to say hi, Bianca. Okay. Thank you, my friends. Thank you. I'll see
Thank
you
you all.
next
So
Wednesday.
nice.
Bless you all.
Thank you. Bye bye.
God bless.